Hey everyone, how are you doing? You have Mike here today, and today we're going to talk to you a little bit about Oscars. So as you can see, this Oscar here, Simon, is real big, and we're going to teach you how to grow your Oscar to this size and how to properly care for it.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? You have Mike and Sierra here, and today we're going to talk to you about Oscars.
Yeah, so they're beautiful fish. You see them all the time, super common, but one of those fish that's highly abused in the hobby. So we just want to get out some basic information to make sure you can grow your own monster Oscars and have them live with you for a very long time.
Yeah. So one of the first things about Oscars that's usually given bad advice about would be the tank size that they're supposed to be kept in. They require a fairly big tank at the absolute minimum, a 75, and
that's kind of pushing it. You can do it maybe for smaller juvenile fish, but especially in their juvenile stages, they're going to grow up to an inch per month for the first 7 to 9 months, and even after that, they really slow down a bit, but they are fairly quick growers, so they definitely need space in order to reach that full potential.
Yeah. So that's why we say, 125, 180 would be a perfect tank for them. Just because, as you'll see here from this first fish we're showing, this is a 14-inch Tiger Oscar, 4 years old, and like I said, 14 inches.
And he's not done.
He's not done growing. So as you see, this 14 inches would never be able to fit in, let's say, a tank like a 55, where it's only got a 12-inch width of the tank. That's really not going to work for fish. The rule of thumb is usually, 75%?
Yes.
Fish to tank ratio, so
that your fish is no more than 75% of the width of your tank.
And yeah, so basically what you want to do is make sure your tank's a little bit bigger. Now, where a 75 and a 125 come in, is that extra whole 2 feet of swim space, which is a lot.
Yeah, it allows them to be more active. Overall, it'll give them a healthier, happier life because they'll have that extra space to really enjoy their tanks and thrive.
Yeah. We're going to take you over here, I guess, to the next tank. This tank here has got two, one male, one female. The female, as you can see, has pits from hole in the head disease. Now, this fish here was a rescue. I think he rescued her about 3 years ago now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oscars are very susceptible to hole in the head and other diseases if they're not taken care of properly, or and especially stress, which you're going to see from either poor water conditions or just from smaller tanks. Especially with your pairs, you want to make sure they have more room, because especially during breeding time, males can get pretty aggressive sometimes. So your female needs room to get away, so she's comfortable.
Yeah. I guess. So one thing here I guess we should talk about is probably the diet of the food, what we should properly feed your Oscars.
Yeah, so Oscars are omnivorous. They actually do require a good amount of veggie and fruit in their diet. So naturally in the river systems, that stuff, either they're going to get it from plants, algae, or fruit falling into the water. So you want to make sure that you're feeding them more than just meat proteins or fish proteins. So you want to make sure you have a good quality pellet. You can vary it. So if you wanted to do, say, a vegetable pellet one day and a cichlid pellet another day, you want to make sure you're using something with whole high quality ingredients, and that's the main things you'd be looking for.
Yeah, and if you did want to go a little bit out of the box and feed live foods, there are some live foods you can use, like giant earthworms, mealworms, crickets. Even if you wanted to cut some fresh tilapia or shrimp, stuff like that, that's all definitely fine to feed them. But you definitely do not want to overfeed them, especially when they get bigger. I think to 7 to 9 inches, they slow down a little bit, and they can hold their food longer, the nutrients in their food, so their metabolism, I guess, slows down, and they don't need to eat every single day at that point. So it's just something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people go, I gotta feed my fish every day, but with some of these cichlids, you really don't have to. In the wild, they wouldn't be getting food every single day. So just something to think about.
Yeah, so that's one thing you want to make sure you're not overfeeding. That can lead to other health problems. Something that you're not going to see right away, but it won't live to its full life expectancy potentially because of those things. Like Mike said, they don't always eat every day in the wild, so skipping a day every now and then is completely fine. And yeah, that's something to be mindful of. Another thing is with live feeders, you really want to avoid using any kind of goldfish, minnows, or if possible, just avoiding them altogether. With live feeders, especially minnows, things like that, they don't really provide them any real nutrition. So it's best to avoid them, and like Mike said, go with earthworms, bugs, stuff like that.
Anything else? So what we're going to do is show you one of the last tanks here. This is a 265-gallon tank. This is a community tank, and there is 2 Oscars in it. There's a
Lutino Oscar, which is the white one, and then there's another Tiger Oscar in here. This Tiger Oscar isn't quite as large as the other ones. I believe you said she was about 11 inches, but this is her tank, guys, just so you guys know.
She was 11 inches, maybe not as long, but she's definitely a very tall Oscar, and she's very girthy, like very strong, muscular fish. Absolutely beautiful, though. The Latino Oscar is gorgeous as well. It's about a year old. I think it's about a year old, eh?
Yeah, he was also a rescue though, so it is possible that he may not be as large as he could have been, potentially, but he's coming along nicely, and he's grown quite a bit since
we
he's
first picked him up. Yeah,
since he's been here.
Yeah, actually, I think if you go back to our Monster Fish Room tour, he was one of the first fish, and he was only just a little guy in the tank.
So with the Oscars, they are big fish, so they produce a lot of waste. So in order to keep the nitrates down, that's really why we push for the bigger tanks. It's really as big as you can go is ideal for them. But you want to make sure that you have heavy filtration to keep up with that.
Yeah. So just as a point here for the 265, there is 2 FX6s on it, as well as a Philstar XPXL just on that tank. So there's a lot of filtration. On the other tank, there is 2 Philstar XPXLs and an FX5, and on the very first tank that we showed, I believe there was 2 Aquaclear 110s.
They all have. They actually all have the Aquaclear hang on the backs on 2 of them on each of those tanks. So definitely heavy with the filtration here. This is just to make sure that with a heavier bioload, you want to have heavier filtration, and having a little bit extra really doesn't harm anything.
Exactly. So we hope that we were able to give you some good information here today. Hopefully it's able to help you out in your future endeavors if you guys want to step into the Oscar world. And thank you guys very much for watching. For the new people here who are watching, if you guys could subscribe, that would be awesome. And give a thumbs up if you liked it. If not, have yourself a great day.